The stage is now set for the last playoff match at the group stage. Mark Allen against Stephen Maguire. It's the best of 11. This is the first frame. Both have been evenly matched through the opening exchanges. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Amazing how he potted that without shifting the black, wasn't it? In actual fact, it's done him a favour because being the wrong side of the pink, there's still a big pocket for this following red, and I think Mark will reach this being a lefty.
7. Eight. $13.
He hasn't managed to develop his next red though, by the look of it.
Mark Allen, 13.
Oh, Stephen's playing the cross double safety on this red. He better catch it just right. Where that black is, he doesn't have a lot of room to get up and down.
There's a really attentive silence in this capacity crowd. Coventry is a big city for snooker, and this crowd is supporting the event just as the city has for the previous 2 years it's been going. Well, they love snooker, and they're not the only ones.
Yeah, tapping the table from Stephen. That was a clever safety from Mark.
1.
Very good.
It's a funny one, this black. I don't know whether he can hold or indeed go in and out of baulk. If he plays it dead weight, he may finish on the top red into the same pocket. If he catches it on the thin side, he's got a chance. Oh, he got it thick. No good.
Stephen Maguire 1.
If it had just been a question of potting the black, there would have been no problem, but he was trying so hard to hold for his next red. That could be a significant shot towards the outcome of this frame, because the cut to corner opened the whole cluster of reds.
Jeez. Eight. Nine.
That was a kick, and the referee, Paul Collier, immediately hastened forward.
Sixteen. Seventeen.
Should be easy enough for a player of Alan's ability
22.
to clinch the frame via the three easy reds
23.
without having to worry about the one in the middle of the black cushion.
$30. 31.
It's a very efficient style he has, Mark Allen. I'm talking mainly about the cue action.
38.
When he's confident, as he clearly is right now, there's little that goes wrong with it. Such a good eye for a pot.
39.43.
Amazing the shots that players can pull off when the outcome of the frame is already decided and there's no pressure on.
46. 48. 51. 55. 60.
'Oh, you cheeky boy.
66.
playing position via the middle pocket jaw. And with that 73 clearance, Mark Allen leads Stephen Maguire by a frame to 0.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the Group 2 playoff between Stephen Maguire and Mark Allen. Maguire has taken the opening frame. This is now the second. Commentary comes from Clive Everton and Alan McManus.
Well, the theory was that the red he attempted was the only one that he could leave, but sometimes you do leave it.
One.
That was a complete miss hit. Didn't want to cannon any red. That red was on until he pushed it to the edge of the cluster. The red's there. Maybe have to settle for a red into the same pocket as the black. That's about as well as he could do. He'll just about get it, but rather like Joe Perry the other day,
8.
he seems to be potting these missable balls, and sometimes that's the key to these players playing at the very best.
9.
Not a particularly helpful kiss.
Lubel.
He wanted to come past the blue so that he could play the pack opener next.
Mark Allen, 9.
Well, a red comes down the table somehow or other. I don't know that Alan can get at it though. Sometimes a negative safety is the only thing that you've realistically got.
Yeah, he was simply trying to buy himself another shot there, Mark, which he is going to do, but the touching ball gives Stephen a chance to put the cue ball in a position where Mark can't get through to the red next to the right middle. But with the hampered cue, and it's not certain that he's going to cover it. I think he's just banking getting this somewhere on the right side cushion. He thinks it's too thin for Mark to have a go at from there. He's coming round to have a look. I think it's possible to cut it. Just whether he fancies it. Sometimes you see these shots, well, he's having a go at it. So hold on to your hats. He could be going into the pack of reds as well.
Yes, bound to scatter the bunch.
Another one of these little awkward shots that he's been playing so well. And it's a big one. Never touch the sides.
Four.
Now, does he have enough angle to just punch this cue ball down onto the black cushion? Doesn't really have much by the way of alternative. He has the one nearest to the cue ball, but running away from the pink with that one, so vital that he gets the white and the black cushion off this. Yeah, very good.
5.
I think what he's concerned with here is that he just doesn't want to cannon that red by the black. That could spoil things. He's managed to avoid it, so he's perfect now.
$12.
The pink going up onto the blue spot won't do him any harm either. After he pots this.
$13.
Oh. Well,
Alan, 13.
you can only put that down to carelessness. Maybe he was trying to hold for a particular red to left corner, but whatever the reason, it was terrible to miss that.
Yeah, he tried to pinch the pocket, didn't he? He wanted to be on the red that Stephen's about to play. Just got a bit greedy on it.
1.
There were other alternatives that he could have played on. He just might pay the price, and a heavy one at that.
$7.
So as early as it was in the frame, Alan's chance for 2-0, because the balls were set well enough for it, has gone down.
$8.
Is he going to get another chance in this frame?
Now is Stephen going to stun down through the gap just past the two reds together? He'd love to be in the red just top left of the black here. Anywhere straightish on it. He's not managed to get down low enough, but still has a choice of 2.
14. $15.
won't want to pot the blue because it would be respotted underneath the pink. No spot being available.
Oh, there's a little confidence booster for you. You'd have stood there all night and played the yellow and not played it as well as that.
17.
That's absolutely perfect. He's finished here. Just gives you a nice little feeling of satisfaction when you strike the yellow as well as Stephen had there. So genuine frame winning chance, still 4 behind, but he was not going to need that difficult red on the left side cushion. Yeah, clever as well. Quite deliberately high in the red to right
25.
corner. Easy stun around the back of the black.
Wow.
Just can't believe he played that.
Stephen Maguire, 25.
Okay, I mean, he should pot it, but the other red is absolutely unmissable.
One.
So Alan has got another chance. After his earlier chance foundered through favouring the near jaw
7.
of the middle pocket, just a little too much.
Eight.
Yeah, this is fine. Deep screw off the other red.
16.
Let's just keep an eye on that scoreboard. This black puts him 20 in front, so we'd need 2 blacks with the 2 loose reds to not require the one in the left cushion. Just looking at Mark there, he's fully aware of that,
23.
checking the scoreboard.
Sure. 24.
Yeah, hint of a grimace. He's landed just above straight, which isn't ideal, as you see there, to get anywhere near that loose red.
First of all, he's got to get on the loose red, and then it's a pretty big shot for black ball position to win the frame without the aid of the one on the side cushion.
$31.
Now, does he risk it? Deep screw it onto the black. And it should be the frame. Yeah, very good. Okay, he's going to be near the side cushion, but
32.
all he has to do is drop it in.
No positional heroics required.
39.
36 in front with only 35 on.
Mark Allen, 39. And the frame.
More to come after the break. Welcome back to the Group 2 playoff between Stephen Maguire and Mark Allen. Allen has dominated the early exchanges, winning both frames. This is now the third. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Alan's got that safety over the awkward, congested side of the table. But what an answer. Maguire spotted that if he attempted that red from distance, there was a natural path through the other balls and back into Borg.
Yeah, and it was nice to see a generous tap of his leg from Mark Allen.
Stephen Maguire, 1.
As soon as Stephen knocked that red in.
Caught the glancing escape a little bit thicker than intended.
Yeah, he's put him in a right old spot here, hasn't he? No return to ball, he won't be playing that. Bridging over the blue with the spider. I think all he can do is play side cushion and drop on the red, the left one of the two, and the black cushion.
Maguire tried to do something more positive with his safety than what my colleague Alan McManus suggested, but left not all that difficult a red for Alan.
Four. Five.
And this time he is perfect. Straight enough to drop
10.
in the black.
$11.
Noticeably just picking up the pace here, Mark Allen, when he's in amongst them. Wasting little time.
18.
Allen has an average shot time in this match of 20 seconds. Maguire 28. Allen, of course, has been doing most of the scoring. Including a 73 break in the opening frame.
24. Sure. 25.
Heavy contact, but cue ball just made the journey top side of the blue, so not a problem. I think the black does go to the right corner, so we'll be tracking that after this next red. Maybe not straight enough on it, might have to use the blue one more time.
30. $31. $36. $37.
Allen can get to 3-0 without the aid of the two reds on the black cushion.
$44. $45.
Yeah, he's got a good cue ball this evening, Mark Allen. Perfect pace top side of the blue, always a good sign.
$50.
As Clive said, no need to worry about the two safe reds. The lead 49. Two reds with high value colours, be more than enough for him.
51.
That's a half a loose shot, so shouldn't be a problem, but it still means he has to play a decent shot here to get back nicely on a red. And he's not absolutely perfect, so as I say, that was a loose one. Still got to play a good shot here. Still plenty there
55.
for Stephen Maguire, should he get the chance.
$56.
One snooker needed already.
61. 62.
So Stephen Maguire is in deep trouble. First to 6 wins.
69.
And Allen,
70.
at the conclusion of this break, will be at 3.
$77.
So with that 77 break, Mark Allen leads Stephen Maguire by 3 frames to 0.
Welcome back to this Group 2 playoff match between Mark Allen and Stephen Maguire. Allen is dominating, having taken the opening 3 frames. This now is the 4th. With Maguire fighting back, he now has a healthy lead and is looking to secure his first frame in the match.
Not very often someone's 6-8 in front with 6 reds left and they're under pressure. That's exactly where Stephen Maguire finds himself here. He's playing figure of 8 safety, hopefully cue ball in behind green or blue. On the thin side. But good enough.
In particular, he wanted to cover the red nearest the right corner.
Nice to see the appreciation, great standard. Some of the little safety battles they're having.
But maybe, here's the counter-attack. What a cracking red that was. He's checked that he can afford such a low value colour as the yellow.
Three.
Yeah, it's decent thinking that from Mark. 4 blacks, 1 pink is still enough.
4.
And you wouldn't think he'd have any problem getting 4 blacks in these next 4 straightforward reds. And if and when he gets that far and makes it onto the pink, I would imagine, off the last of the reds. 11. Any decent angle on it onto the yellow, and he's got nothing to do with the cue ball. So this is
12.
Massive moments in the context of the match.
$19. 20.
Oh, that's clever. Playing for the difficult one of the two first.
27.
Just makes things easier. He can play for pink this time. Obviously it has to be black off the last red.
28.
But where the green is, as I say, that helps him.
$34. 35.
Maguire knows all too well that he could go 4-0 behind here.
And that was a beautiful shot. That's as good as any shot
42.
he's played this evening, Mark Allen. He's absolutely perfect here. Oh dear.
He had done all the
Allen,
hard
42.
work.
I don't know what it was.
Did something put him off? Is that what that look meant? Anyway, the yellow finished safe.
Yes, he looked behind him as if something distracted him. Not quite sure what it was.
Allen still could go 4-0. Maguire needs to pop one of the remaining colours to reduce his interval arrears to 3-1.
I don't think he can pot it. He can certainly send the yellow up and down easy enough, but of course the in-off is a possible. Has to play this very carefully, Stephen.
Very good shot, but we can't help but reflect, as Maguire was there, that if the cue ball had dropped in, it was going to be an easy clearance for Allen.
Yeah, he can wafer thin the yellow, but it's of absolutely no use to him. He'd be sending it close to its own pocket, so he's going to have to risk cushion first here. Difficult to see how he's going to get any separation.
Well, not only separation, but a fortunate snooker. Maguire in turn struggles the yellow safe.
A half chance, but Do well to get the cue ball the right side of the table as we see it off this. So in fact, he's done pretty well there. I'll be satisfied with that. Said earlier tonight he was knocking in. Well, he has been knocking in this type of shot, the awkward ones. This is the biggest of the lot. If it goes in, you fancy him to go 4-0.
Well, you do now.
Nine.
Maguire was first in with 68. Allen replied with 42. Mr. Straight Yellow
14.
when he seemed certain to clear up. But after a safety duel, Allen has got another chance to go 4-0 up. He would like to have obtained better position on the pink though. Well, had to play at pace
Mark Allen 14.
via several cushions for position, but again, at random, the pink has run safe.
Some effort, in fact, to get the cue ball all the way around the table as he did. It was very good, considering as well he missed the pot on the thick side. And it's gone now. All Stephen can do is push the pink onto the baulk cushion, either that or just thin off it on the right hand side. He's got it too thick. He's not left a chance, but probably given Mark Allen the upper hand in this crucial safety battle, which he needs because he needs pink and black. I would suggest the cross double-double. Pink somewhere down behind the black spot. He may have to sacrifice the cue ball a touch playing that shot, mind you. He'd like to punch it round the table, but the black's in the way.
Well, he got the cue ball tied to the cushion, but he certainly didn't intend to leave the pink so near that baulk pocket. Not that this is unmissable though.
It's far from it. It's thinner than what it looks on our screens there. Most pros, if they miss this, they'd miss it in the thick side, and if he misses it thick, there's every chance he'll leave it. As I say that, he misses it thin.
Allen still has to get position on the black.
Six.
And that certainly isn't perfect. Just the same, so Mark Allen wins the frame after all and leads Stephen Maguire by 4 frames to 0.
The task facing Maguire is emphasised by that 4-0 scoreline in part 2 of this playoff match. We'll see if Maguire can stage a successful comeback, or will Allen secure a place in the next round of the 188bet Champion of Champions tournament. Allen took it and starts the 5th in a commanding position. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
statistics can be deceiving. Might be 6 feet away, but there could be a red over the pocket. To adapt Winston Churchill, there are lies, damn lies, and snooker statistics.
One.
Even that's not the greatest run of the ball. I think he probably will pot pink to middle, but it's one he's got to be careful with.
Seven.
Yeah, he has a choice of two, doesn't he, Stephen, here, but none of them are very appealing. He'd probably favour this one to right middle. At least he can cue at it properly. Not quite sure whether he can hold for the blue off it. He's deciding to take it to the far right corner.
He's just got to stay absorbed in the game, do his best, and see what happens.
One thing he won't have inside right now, Stephen, is any tension in his mind. The match will be 90–95% gone. So he can free roll for a frame or two, hopefully.
$13.
Just not landing ideal. You see there, that's awkward. Very little angle on it. Can't get out for pink. Again, it's a choice of right far corner or cut back to the right middle.
$90. $20. 25.
This is all okay. The first few steps on a long road back.
$32. $33.
Yeah, being straight in the yellow's no good, and potting it obviously goes back in its own spot and can't play for that red near it. So it's a deep screw. He hit one of these earlier in the match and he hit it really well. Expect the same. Oh, he forced a little angle. Very good.
$35.
There's no doubt he's playing well enough. As you say, Clive, he's just got to stick in there.
$36.
Of course, he made a 68 break in the last frame before the mid-session interval. Made it very nicely. He couldn't have expected he would, in the end, lose that frame.
$41. $42. $47. $48. $54. $55. $61. $62.
And unlike in the last frame, Maguire hasn't broken down one pot short of the winning post.
$68.
Alan knows that the job is not done yet.
$69.
Maguire is reminding him that Alan has no room for complacency.
And not only that, the way he's taken these, he's played
75.
4 or 5 really nice shots, top shots, to keep this break going.
76.
Said before, it's all about sending messages to your opponent. He's sending Mark that message that he's still in there and hitting the ball good.
$82. So, 83.
The first black that Maguire has potted in this break.
90. $93.
Yeah, this has been magnificent. I think back to the very first colour of the break, that
95.
awkward pink into the middle, that was a nice shot. As I said, he had to play about 4 or 5 other crackers. A couple of reds, long reds to that green pocket spring to mind. So he's still in nice touch.
Well, I think all the neutrals in the crowd are pleased to see this century from Stephen Maguire. A contribution of great character,
107.
facing arrears that would have daunted many players. And with that break of 107, Maguire gets his first frame on the board. However, Allen still leads by 4 frames to 1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the Group 2 playoff between
Frame 6.
Stephen Maguire and Mark Allen. Allen took the first 4 frames, but Maguire has taken the 5th as we pick up the action in the 6th. Commentary comes from Clive Everton and Alan McManus.
Foul. Stephen Maguire 1.
Well,
Mark Allen 4.
a suppressed cry of agony.
3 ball.
No. He wanted to get the cue ball as tight to the green as he could. He hasn't reached. And he's left a free ball and also given Allen the option to play again from the position left. It was, of course, very easy to lay a snooker behind the green, but he wanted to lay it virtually touching ball for maximum difficulty.
Mark Allen still having a giggle up there.
Well, that was another lash out at random, another fluke. They're having a good time out there.
It's Mark Joyce revisited it.
Pink ball. 7.
Well, it would be if he made 100 from it.
Yeah, he just wants to regain his composure quickly here, Stephen, after that hilarity. He's got those serious eyes back on. Wouldn't be the first time we'd seen things like that completely change a match around.
Eight. $15. 16.
Can cannon the bunch, developing more reds and retain position on the red that's already on near the left corner. Decided there were enough reds out in the open, including the back red, which I didn't notice, not to have to do that.
$24.
He's just checking that he doesn't overscrew this, because if he lands high he can get the one that's nearest the pocket. He's playing for the one that's just against the pink. When he has overscrewed it, this could be trouble. He needs it to slow up. Well, he has another alternative down the rail, which is a bonus.
28. $29.
His idea always was to get the green out of the way so that blue would go to both middles if need be.
$32. Ordinary? So, 33.
Didn't mean to cannon that red, but I'd be surprised if he missed this blue.
Yeah, clever. Played for a choice of two reds,
38.
as always. Not quite as nice as he wanted to be in the one at the back of the pack, but he can finish top side of the blue again.
39.
I think maybe the safer one to play for here would be the one to the right of the cluster. And he's gone too low again. So he's not out of the woods just yet. This cannon could go wrong.
44.
I wouldn't be surprised if he played a deep screw off this. If he decides to play through for the black, there's probably obviously only one colour he can land on, screwing back. He's got an outside chance of the pink, but certainly blue and green come into the equation. And that's why he's playing the screw shot.
$45.
The second blue of this nature that he's had to play in this break.
Just
50.
slowly but surely, a different complexion in this match all of a sudden. On the cusp of back to just 2 frames behind here, Stephen. Oh dear, he threw one in there.
Stephen Maguire, 50.
Well, I'm not sure how that happened. He seemed to lose his action in some way.
One.
So Alan unexpectedly came back to the table, 52 behind.
Eight.
But still with a chance of winning this frame.
Nine.
It did look as if Maguire was going to develop that 50 break into a frame winner.
$16. $17.
Not an easy shot this to get in behind it, but the red will go to all 3 opposite pockets from where the red is. So, oh dear, he's missed the black.
Mark Allen, 17.
Maguire did enough in the 6th to take the frame, but he still trails 4-2. The 7th coming up after the break. Welcome back to this Group 2 playoff match between Mark Allen and Stephen Maguire. Allen is dominating, having
22.
taken the opening 4 frames, but Maguire has managed to take the 5th and 6th. This is now the 7th.
Oh, he managed to just nip into it.
23.
Top side of the blue.
$28.
And a split score, he couldn't have wished for a better one. I think that just about goes.
29. $36. $37.
Not on the blue as he would have wished.
Green ball. $40. Mark Allen, 40.
He would have preferred to have been round far enough to take the straighter outside red, but I still thought that he was favourite to pot that one.
Yeah, I just detected the first little hint of tension in that shot. There was a bit of movement on delivery. I think he knew that if he potted it, he was probably well on his way to a 5-2 lead. So it looks like he's still feeling it out there, Mark Allen. Can Stephen punish?
Not an easy chance, but the sort that has to be taken in Maguire's situation.
One.
Has to bridge over a red to take the blue.
Green ball.
Good solid pot on the green though.
4.5. $12.
Wow. Wasn't difficult,
Mark Allen, 12.
but put it on the far jaw.
It's the second time in this frame. Again, just detected a little bit of a quick delivery in that one.
1.
Now, if Maguire could clear up from nil 56, that really would put some pressure on Allen.
8. Nine. Sixteen. 17.
I think what you're saying, Alan, is that Maguire's recovery has been strong enough just to sow a few seeds of doubt in Alan's mind, a few seeds of anxiety about clinching the match.
Yeah, and some of the joking and the hilarity of earlier in the match has just been sucked out of the arena, it seems. This is serious stuff. Oh, he's played the kiss on the red. This looks perfect. Brilliant shot from Maguire.
22.
Sacrificed ideal position. But if this red goes in and he lands nice on a colour, we have a new favourite.
$23.
Looks as if he's going to have to pot a pressure blue, though, to keep going.
Yeah, if he was just stunning the blue in or just drawing the white back a few inches, it'd be a virtual certainty for a player of Stephen's class, but he's going to have to screw back maybe 2 or 3 feet here to get nice on the next red. Just puts a little bit extra difficulty into the pot, and it caused him to miss it, but he's gotten away with it.
Stephen Maguire, 23.
To say, just that extra screw makes the shot about 2 or 3 times more difficult. And that was all that was needed to put him off.
Maguire still in it, though, albeit 33 behind. Allen hasn't got a pot on. Well, I wonder whether that was an attempt to put the red under the right-hand side cushion. The other aspects of the shot are sufficient to contain Maguire. Oh, these are horrible, aren't they? Managed it successfully without a push. A couple of air shots to start with, but it isn't golf, they don't count.
It was almost a couple of practice swings, wasn't it? There's a bit of mileage in this, isn't there? Hard to see a solution. I don't think either player can afford to risk the white into bulk. That red near the middle pocket as it is. So as I say, this could go on for a while. Just a really unusual situation in it, with
Touching ball.
a red over both middles. There's no real hiding place. There might be now though with that touching ball. You have to feel sure that Mark Allen will play on and off the cushion in behind the black. If he gets it tight, it's big trouble. Oh, he's overhit this.
Well, maybe another symptom of anxiety. His touch is gone. For that shot anyway.
One.
Oh dear. A most unhelpful kiss. If he gets the cue ball across the baulk line, it's odds on a clearance.
Yeah, and having a tight
Stephen
snooker
Maguire, 1.
won't really feel of much consolation for Stephen right now. The odds are stacked in Mark Allen's favour that if he hits this red, he'll get it safe. That's not to say he will, but every chance of getting it safe.
Oh dear, oh dear.
1.
What a fluke. And with only one red left, that's a lead of
5.
37, and Maguire needs a snooker.
Yeah, but knowing Stephen as I do, he won't think he's unlucky there. All he'll be thinking about is the bad shot he played in the first red to left middle.
Mark
That's his
Allen,
nature.
5.
It always has been. Never blames anything when he's had a chance.
The black has been knocked to a safe position, but that's going to be immaterial if Allen knocks this red in.
1. Mark Allen, 1.
Allen's
Thank you.
lead
Frame, Mark
of
Allen.
4-0 was reduced to 4-2. 3 up with 4 to play with the 5-2 lead.
Welcome back to this Group 2 playoff match between Mark Allen and Stephen Maguire. Allen is dominating despite Maguire
The eighth
taking
frame.
2 frames
Mark
in
Allen
this
to
session. Allen is just a frame away from the outright win. This is now the 8th.
So it looks as if the danger has passed for Mark Allen. Stephen Maguire's recovery has been snuffed out by the result of the last frame. He overcuts red to middle, which is not the best start to his attempt to win 4 frames on the bounce, to snatch a win.
Yeah, he's just taken a couple of real blows to the solar plexus, hasn't he? tonight. That fourth frame where he made 68 and lost it in the black. And that very last frame where a chance to steal, just couldn't quite manage it.
1. Six.
At that angle, there's no red that he can simply roll onto, so he's got to get some backspin into the cue ball.
$13.
That was very good. Striking downwards to get the necessary backspin.
$21.
Maguire will be disappointed to have lost the last frame,
22.
having had a chance to win it. He was unlucky later, but what he will be thinking about is that he did have the chance. Quite a delicate respotting job this for the referee, Paul Collier, because there's no spot available for the pink. It's got to go as near as possible to its own
28.
spot, in a direct line between it and the black spot.
29. Sure. 36. $37. $44. $45.
The way the balls are lying, this could be end of match coming up.
$52. 53.
The odds shortening all the time on Allen going through to play Kyron Wilson, the recently crowned Shanghai Masters champion, in tomorrow evening's semi-final, after Neil Robertson and Joe Perry
58.
have contested the afternoon semi.
$59. 66. 67.
Allen had breaks of 73 and 77 in leading 3-0.
72.
He also won the fourth despite Maguire's break of 68. Maguire won the first two frames after the interval and almost another, but once Allen had gone 3 up with 4 to play,
80.
It seemed to shake any tension that he had about clinching
81.
the match out of his body, and he is in fact clinching the match in style.
$88. 89. 96. 97. 104.
Mark Allen finishes with a century, a break of 104. He beats Stephen Maguire by 6 frames to 2 and goes into tomorrow's semi-finals.